Well, what are you thinking about the opening of the season coming up?
Well, I think we're ready to go. I think the guys are. I think they were just glad we weren't scrimmaging this week. I think they're tired of competing against each other and just ready to play somebody else.
Have you got some lineup positions that you know this guy's going to be 3, this guy's going to be 4? How set are you there?
Yeah, I'm say that I mean, if we start tomorrow, I'll put a lineup on the field. They're probably going to mix and match a little bit. They're going to throw a righty at us game 1, who's, great numbers from last year, player of the year. I think he was pitcher of the year in their league. And then game 2, they're going left. So I'll put a couple right-handed hitters in there in that second game. And, game 3, we'll just kind of see how the first 2 went and probably go from there. But, I'm going to do the best I can to get as many guys in the lineup. Like I said earlier, last week, throughout the weekend, but obviously we just want to win the games and try to get better and move on out to the West Coast and see how we can handle it out there.
You guys have any contingency plans this weekend with the weather? I know Saturday looks like some rain. Have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, not a big deal. I mean, the rain's rain. We played in rain 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just it doesn't matter. Friday it looks like it's going to be cold, but our plan is to try to play the game. As far as, starting at 3, I mean, if it looks like we have a better opportunity to get it in because of rain moving in later in the afternoon, we might try to move it up an hour, but we're going to do all we can to play on schedule all 3 games. Well, he's done a great job with their program. And you look at it, it's an outstanding school. Obviously, academically, it's tough to get in there, and Scott did a good job here, and he's got a lot of Arkansas ties and played them before. They're always competitive, and I think they feel like that they've had a rough winter, I guess is try to say. They haven't been outside as much as they were hoping before they get here, and I don't know a whole lot about them, just what we've seen through a little bit of video and what you try to read into some statistics. So I'll be able to tell you more about their club when they leave.
First and third base, who are you going to open up with?
Yeah, looks like I think you might see Gates at third, Lee at first, and probably give McFarland a shot over there against that left-hander. I guess that's probably the way I'd go if we started right now.
What about the luxury of having the flexibility that you could probably have several different guys, 3, 4, 5, a couple of different leadoff options, and 8, 9 hole too?
Yeah, we've wrote up 3 lineups today and moving guys around, trying to figure out how to handle this righty on Friday, and back some of our lefties up with another lefty, and the thing is the right-handers in our lineup are experienced. When you look at we got Shaddy and Bonfield and Cook, so these guys have been through it a little bit, and then couple maybe a switch hitter and some left-handers in there. So it's flexible lineup. It's one that we can mix and match. If somebody's not having a good day or doesn't match up well, we can go with somebody else.
Two of your 3 starting pitchers for this weekend haven't pitched in over a year. How does that change things for you guys game plan wise?
Well, with talking about Keaton McKinney, he'll be on a little bit shorter leash because of pitch count. He's coming off an injury that was maybe a little bit more severe, when you're dealing with elbows and not just bone spurs that they're removing, like with Campbell. He's 100% ready to go, and obviously Knight's ready to go, but we just keep an eye on him. But McKinney's the one that we just didn't want to put him in the bullpen and have him get up a little bit, pitch, sit back down, get up, sit back down. We wanted him to kind of go through starter routine. Plus, he's thrown pretty good. I think he deserves to pitch, and hopefully he has a great outing on Sunday.
Bonfield at DH or left to start out?
Yeah, we'll probably start him as our DH on Friday, and he'll be in and out of the lineup as far as DHing and playing left field. But I just feel like Heston Kjerstad had such a tremendous fall, and he's continued to play well this spring that he deserves a chance to start.
You got Blaine taking the hill opening day. How big is it to have him back and to have him to count on week in and week out?
Well, it's always great to have that experience, and again, it's someone who had an opportunity to move on to professional baseball, and he chose to come back. So he really wanted to be here. He's pitched awfully well in the fall and early this spring. So it's a good feeling knowing you got a guy out there that's pitched on a lot of Friday nights in our league.
What kind of sense do you get from your younger guys knowing that opening day is just around the corner?
Pretty much the same as always, year in and year out. You can just kind of see that they've got that look in their face a little bit. They don't know 100% what to expect. They're excited, probably a little nervous, but you know, most of them are just hoping they get a chance to get in the game.
Anybody not playing because of injuries or anything this week?
No, not right now. I think pretty much everybody's going to have an opportunity to play. There's nobody that's held out due to injury that's, you know, besides Kevin Copson. Obviously, that was something that happened in the fall. But, you know, we've had some guys that have had the flu and some other issues, but just the typical stuff, a little twisted ankle here or bruise there. We've had some guys banged up, but they should be ready to go by Friday.
How excited are you to see another team across from you guys and not just scrimmaging each other?
Well, you know, you get a chance to, you know, obviously sometimes you find out a little bit about guys when we're playing somebody else. There's some guys that they're just okay when you scrimmage, but you play somebody else, they just, there they are. And, you know, that's always a pleasant surprise. But we're ready to play somebody else. I mean, obviously you can tell by the background noise there, these guys are starting to lose their mind a little bit, and they're ready to play somebody else. So we're excited about it.